Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest installment of Walker Reads. And I found a copy of The Little Mermaid, and I'm dressed in spirit of the story as Prince Eric, and I do have my own plastic dingle hopper so I can comb my hair. So, without further ado, here is The Little Mermaid. Where is Ariel? Asked her sisters. We need her for the concert.
Ariel's voice is like a bell, said Sebastian the crab, who was going to lead the singing. It is the most beautiful voice in the sea, he said.
Ariel's father, Triton the Sea King, was losing his patience.
Ariel!
He called. Ariel could not hear her father calling. She was busy exploring a sunken ship. The little mermaid wanted to know everything about the creatures called humans. Look, Ariel called to her friend Flounder the fish. She pulled up a fork. I wonder what this is for. Let's go to the surface and ask Scuttle. He knows everything about humans. Ariel and Flounder found Scuttle the seagull, perched on his favorite rock.
Of course I can tell you about this thing, said Scuttle. He held up the fork. This, my dear, is a dingle hopper. The humans pull it through their hair. See?
Scuttle showed them. Suddenly, the sky began to darken and the wind began to howl. A ship came sailing into view. Stand fast! Secure the rigging! Called a sailor named Prince Eric. And as soon as Ariel laid eyes on him, she fell in love. The storm began to rage. Prince Eric was trying to steer the ship when a bolt of lightning flashed. The ship's mast broke in two. Eric went flying into the sea. I must save him, cried Ariel. She swam into the storm and pulled the prince safely ashore. Is he dead? Asked Scuttle. I don't hear him breathing. Ariel gasped, and then she saw his chest move, up and down, up and down. He's breathing! He's alive! Cried Ariel. She sang to him, and then she leaned down to kiss him, but whoop, whoop, it was Max, Prince Eric's dog. Terrified, Ariel hurried back into the water. With Flounder by her side, she headed for home. She was soon stopped by Ursula, the wicked sea witch.
So, you love the prince, do you? She asked, cackling. Well, it won't do you much good. After all, mermaids can't live on land. And they don't become human every day, do they?
Ariel shook her head sadly.
Don't worry, my dear, said Ursula with an evil gleam in her eye. My powers can change everything.
The plan sounded simple enough. Ursula would turn Ariel into a human for 3 days. If Ariel could get the prince to kiss her, she would be a human forever. If not, she would turn back into a mermaid and belong to Ursula.
All you have to do is leave your beautiful voice with me. Are you willing?
Asked Ursula. Because she was in love, Ariel said yes. With the swirl of her magic potion, the sea witch took away Ariel's voice and dropped it into her seashell locket. Ariel looked down where her tail used to be. She had legs now. Flounder quickly pulled her up to the surface. Prince Eric had recovered nicely by the time Flounder dragged Ariel to shore. And when the prince saw Ariel, he did not know that she was the one who had saved him. Without her voice, Ariel could not tell him who she was or sing to him. But Prince Eric liked Ariel very much. He took her rowing at twilight. The Sea King had asked Sebastian to watch over Ariel, so he tried to help things along. He led Scuttle and his friends in a song. Kiss the girl, they sang. But the prince did not kiss Ariel, not on the first day, nor on the second. On the third day, Scuttle surprised Ariel with the news that Prince Eric was getting married. On board the wedding ship, everyone was busy getting ready. Look at me, sang Vanessa, the bride-to-be. Scuttle heard the beautiful voice and flew down to the ship. He was about to land when he saw Vanessa look into the mirror. It's Ursula, the sea witch! She's trying to marry the prince, said Scuttle. Then Ariel
will belong to her.
He flew off for help. In no time, turtles, seals, and lobsters climbed aboard the ship. Scuttle's army of seagulls descended, and the battle began. Vanessa's seashell crashed onto the deck, and it freed Ariel's voice just as Ariel pulled herself aboard. The prince heard Ariel speak. At last, he knew that Ariel was his lost maiden. He went to kiss her.
You're too late.
Ariel's 3 days were up. Before Prince Eric could reach her, she turned back into a mermaid and slipped into the sea. Ursula followed close behind.
You can't get away from me, Ariel, cried Ursula. You're mine now.
As Ursula caught hold of Ariel, Triton, the Sea King, appeared.
Let go of Ariel, he cried.
Under one condition, said Ursula. She whispered in Triton's ear. Ariel saw her father nod sadly. In exchange for Ariel's freedom, Triton allowed Ursula to turn him into a lowly sea creature.
Now I am the queen of the ocean, said Ursula.
As Ursula turned to go to Triton's palace, she found herself face to face with Prince Eric, who had come to rescue Ariel.
You're a fool,
cried Ursula. She set upon Prince Eric. He held his breath as they swirled round and round in their battle beneath the sea. Finally, for the love of Ariel, Eric killed the wicked sea witch. Triton was a sea king once again.
Are you sure you really want to be a human?
Triton asked his daughter. Ariel nodded. With a wave of his scepter, Triton turned Ariel into a human being. It wasn't long before Prince Eric and Ariel were married. All the creatures of the sea and land were there, and they set up a happy cheer. So, that was The Little Mermaid. Hope you enjoyed, and tune in next time for the continuation of Walker Reads.